I got two coaches in the room. Coach Mike.
Yes, sir.
Coach Alf.
Hey, yeah, here we go.
So I hear there's an opening in Venezuela. would any of you be interested?
Is there one?
The doors of the country are open.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. I mean, bruh.
Man.
I mean, we ain't seen regime changes. Like, I mean, we just gonna go in and kidnap folks' presidents. Is this
Dude.
Money grab.
Yeah.
Is this a Netflix movie? I'm like, what in the
Money grab.
what in the Tubi movie is going on here?
Under siege.
Under siege.
Yeah.
Wailing edition.
Under siege.
That's what it is, man. I mean, hey, y'all president, he's a man of his word, apparently.
I guess.
He gonna get that oil
At
dollar.
least one word.
At least one word.
One word of your man.
I'm gonna come take over your country.
I'm getting it.
If that ain't the only campaign promise he's kept,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come take over. Now, I will say this, and the guy's name, I think Nicolas Maduro is his name. Now, I've actually watched specials about him. John Oliver has done a whole show about him. Dude was terrible. My man was terrible. Like, he was like Trumpy terrible. One time, like, the whole country was like starving. Bread was like $200 a loaf and all that. And he was doing these video broadcasts, and they caught him from like his executive office when he thought the camera was off. He would pull like an empanada out the drawer.
What?
like eat, like take
Wow.
a few bites, and then go back to talking.
That's funny.
And I mean, it was just like, horrible. Obviously, he pulled a Trump, refused to accept the results of the election, which, by the way, this is the third that we know for sure on our hemisphere. Some others in Europe. The Bolsonaro dude in Brazil did the same thing and actually tried to do an actual coup, and they had to put it down. And he's in Florida under arrest right now. But this thing, man, I mean, where do you see this ending? I mean, just curious. I mean,
I'm nervous because it has not even been a year since all of this madness has ensued.
yeah.
And
we're only 11 months in.
we're only 11 months, and that's crazy to think that we have to endure who knows what over the next, at least 2 years before they do that whole lame duck, maybe. And you don't know. I don't have any faith in any of them because they knew what was coming and they did absolutely nothing.
They sided with it.
On every side.
And you can't control
every side
crazy.
knew how dangerous it can go. And people made calculated decisions, as Deion Sanders would say, a business decision.
Right.
And I'm not, and you know what? There are a lot of people that are happy about what they're seeing.
Yeah.
I mean,
And one of the things I always think about with him is he's being the voice of the spirit behind a lot of people.
Yeah.
He's the voice of it.
He's a champion. He's a champion.
Yeah, so,
for a lot of people around us that we see every day.
There we go. So
Yeah.
I don't know intellectually, does he have the ability to do what he's doing? But he's the bullhorn for it. And all the calculations, he ain't just come up with them. They've been wanting to do this for a minute.
And to your point, from Project 2025,
right.
And to your point, Coach Alf, Elder Alf, is that one of the criticisms of the first administration was that it was too chaotic and clownish to actually get his agenda done. And if there's one thing they fixed during Biden's time while they were sort of retooling, they're like, we're going to make sure you have capable people who know how to actually execute, hence the Project 2025, but also having slightly more infrastructure. Still a lot of clowns, but underneath those clowns are some geniuses.
Geniuses.
And they've even taken over some colleges and schools and what they call think tanks where they do the real policy writing, like undercover, where you don't even know who's actually philosophizing out how they want to do it. And they've taken some of those conservative professors and they provided so when you wonder how would they come up with the legal arguments for doing some of this stuff?
They've been researching for a while.
There it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's like they got highly skilled and highly professional folks doing internships for the government.
Correct.
Right.
And that's the deal. It's like, okay, they went to these upper echelon universities and put their stamp on them.
Yes.
And said, okay, we'll give you your money back.
Yep.
But we need Professor Joe Kowalski.
Right. His expertise.
Yeah.
Or at least neuter them. Like, what you won't do is do the research on the opposite side to counter what we're doing. And if nothing else, they're silencing people on the other side of the academic spectrum that would have spoken up. Now they're not.
Because for some
News
reason,
and colleges.
all of that academic noise that was going on in the beginning,
It's gone
away. It's gone away.
To that point, I wonder, I remember when President Obama was in office and you had the likes of like Cornel West.
Man, right.
Would beat
this cat.
down left and
Tavis.
right. Tavis,
was getting in on
all
it.
of these intellectuals. And yet when it's this level of ignorance, they are nowhere to be found. And I'm highly disappointed for two reasons. Number one, because of the brilliance that definitely Dr. Cornel West has.
Right.
And then the platform that Tavis Smiley had. And to think that the best that you could do is some State of the Black Union where it was more about talking and less about action planning.
Correct.
Was ridiculous.
I agree. And, as we said last week, as we were wrapping up our year with Pastor Jeff, we bear the blame for neutering strong voices. And now when you need strong voices, we silence them ourselves in some ways. I think all we can do is wait this out, man. I don't know if it's going to be a stroke, a heart attack, high blood pressure, a chicken bone. I don't know. I don't know.
Slingshot.
Wait for the Lord to, a rubber band accident. We don't know.
Ivanka might take him out.
You know what I mean? Melania might get sick of him.
Melania.
Who knows?
She can't stand him anyway.
Right. She don't love him. I've never seen a more loveless face woman in my life, man. And I've met a few first ladies out there.
Listen. If you ever seen a business arrangement,
right. That's a business decision.
How much I'm gonna get for all of this?
Right.
Correct.
You all see that phony kiss she gave him last week? I'm like, what are y'all doing?
She was disgusted.
Come on, man.
Really?
She could probably taste the cheeseburger, man.
Or taste the dye.
Correct. It's like orange kiss.
Right.
It's like, what is this?
Welcome to Religiously Incorrect, everyone. I'm glad that you have joined us. I see you, Sister Hope. God bless you. Sister KK, my man Rashad. Bless you, brother. Sister Melanie Hamid, you are correct. School tomorrow.
Come on.
Alfie, and not a day too soon.
Queen Mother.
Brother, we are out of milk, bread, eggs, cereal, cookies.
They bring back that school lunch.
Elias talk about, they said I had to get my calories up. I'm like, you better go outside and eat snow. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? It ain't my Cocoa Puffs.
Right.
Yeah, man. I mean, the bottomless pits, man, and just the kids getting 2 full weeks off. That's let's not do that again. Let's talk to Shiro about that. Let's not do that again. We're glad you guys are in. As you can see, Pastor Jeff is not with us tonight. He took a little ill right. I knew you were coming, Mo. I knew you. By the way, we tried, Mo. Did we not call you last week? And what did she say, Mike?
I'm out of it.
No.
I'm out of it. That's between y'all.
He tried to stay in good graces.
Switzerland.
But anyway, Pastor
Right.
Jeff did come up ill. Praying for him. We're glad, he's okay. Doesn't have COVID, might have monkeypox, I don't know. But, it was best for him to stay in, and make sure he's good. And, when this time of year, when somebody tells you they sick, take them serious.
That's right.
And you know what?
Stay
Just
away
keep
from
your
me.
cooties with you. And I thought, after I got off the phone with him and I was coming home from my boys' basketball run, I thought, man, if these people weren't so anti-mask, and whiplash against the mask mandates and all, a whole lot of folk need to have them on.
Oh yeah.
Considering the flu and everything else, it ain't about COVID. It's about just basic health.
Right.
And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But it is what it is. We appreciate you, Jennifer. Thanks for watching. Please share. You told us don't live in the past today, so last week, won't they use the word against you?
Fresh.
Won't they?
What is it?
What's that, 6 hours ago?
6 hours.
And they just used the word against you. Come on. Love you, Mo. Love you. Hey, share, tag somebody. Good to see you, Carletta. We love you. Bless you, all you watching. Get the numbers up. You know what to do. We do have a fresh episode. So glad to have Elder Alfie Burch, the fit preacher.
We're working on it.
The pastor. Since the last time he was on the show, he was appointed the pastor of the Anointed St. James Church of God in Christ in Youngstown, Ohio.
All right.
And we celebrate you. We know you're doing a good work there. You are a builder and somebody's preacher. And the snacks are in the office, Miss Melanie. Let me tell you how wonderful. You already know. She's one of our members. And by the way, since you brought it up, first of all, she loaded me up with snacks.
Go ahead.
I just mentioned that my office was a little bare.
Yes.
I needed to get some tea, some snacks. The boys are always with me. Man, by the time she got done with Sam's Club,
Come on.
Right.
listen, it felt like church anniversary up in that piece, man. I was about to pull out the chair with the rug and the goblet.
What they call it, some pounds.
The bowl of
They gave
mints.
some pounds.
Which is the exact opposite of what we're talking about tonight. But you can blame Miss Melody. But let me add one more to all of my Warren G. Harding staff and alumni, all of the educators and students out there. The wonderful and vivacious and energetic Miss Melody Hamid led the choir this Sunday.
Go ahead.
All right.
And she put her own stank on it.
Come on.
He's a wonder in my soul.
Yes.
And she took that to church. Mike didn't hear it because he was late.
I knew it was coming. I should have just not made eye contact with you.
Start watching the service, at least pretend
It
like
was
you was there.
for whatever
Was it
reason,
glitching?
it had me on the offering for about 5-10 minutes.
Well, we was already past our offering, dog.
Well,
That's no answer. Oh, Coachy Mike over there. Coachy Mike.
it was a loop.
But we appreciated it. She did a great job. I literally sprung it on her yesterday. I just threw the mic at her and said, "Sing this song," and she got right up there and did it. Made it happen.
right.
So very proud. But we have Elder Alfie, Coach Alfie, with us. We're going to be talking with him a little bit later. That's right, Hope. She was singing. Whole choir did well. First of all, let me throw this out. We always do something called First Things First. Rest in heaven to the maestro himself, Richard Smallwood. We did our own broken version of a Total Praise tribute, and I'm sure churches all over the world, the black church. He was like our modern day David, and I like to call Fred Hammond the David because he wrote them songs that just have you with Bathsheba, you know what I'm saying? But
Lose your hold.
listen, but I mean, you want to talk about marrying
Yes.
the classical and formal styles of music that you normally don't associate with the church, and especially the black church. For him to meld that with black gospel. And I'm talking soulful black
choir.
Pentecostal Baptist with strings and violins and timpanis. I mean,
Transcended all
chimes.
Yeah.
And you know what I noticed? And it made me think about Raymond when he was playing in St. James. And I was mentioning a song that they would sing frequently, "If You Would Only Trust Me." He even changed because you had to play his music a certain way. Yeah. You can't just bang that out.
No.
Like our typical
You have to
music.
take your time with it. Could make it messy.
That's it. There it is. And that's one of them songs that if you don't know it, don't even bother trying to play it. Don't even bother.
You hit the nail.
So, I mean, do you have a favorite Richard Smallwood song, any of you?
Oh my goodness.
For me, it's Total Praise. The one that we did today, going to HBCU, like our core,
the band plays
our
it.
chorale, Jay just
the
did.
cheerleaders cheer it.
Yeah, for real. Like it's like an anthem at HBCU. So
Right.
Total Praise is definitely one for me.
Right.
I mean, this is going back a little bit. He had one, "Bless the Lord."
Yes.
And then he had Angels Watching Over
I
Me.
mentioned
yeah,
that today.
Angels.
Yeah, Angels
That
Watching
was
Over
such
Me.
a Powerful song.
Thank You was one of my most powerful songs. For the many times I've fallen, yet you forgave me. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Lord, I thank you. And then one I mentioned, "If You Would Only Trust Me." I mean, that's
yeah.
just,
Oh yeah.
Mine was it Psalms 8?
yeah, you've mentioned Psalms.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll ask you, man.
Go on,
Yes.
sing it.
That's
Go on,
all-
sing it.
Bruh, come on, Mike.
I feel that on you right now.
There's something in the room. Jason said healing. And I appreciate what you said, Jason. He said Total Praise is on overkill.
Yeah.
And I get it. Because that's the song everybody know. I mean, when they would throw, like I said today, like the family reunion choir together.
Yeah.
When they would ask, are there any choir members in the pews that want to come up?
Yeah.
That's just gonna be one of the songs you're gonna do.
Right,
Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
If you have a favorite Richard Smallwood song, throw that out there. We had a run-in with Richard Smallwood at the Stellar Awards. I think it was the year 2000 when I was traveling with my brother's group, Young Men Sent, George Jr., Fonzo, Smalls, Larry, Big L, Lester. And me and Tony, we were backstage and we saw some stars back there. We watched Destiny's Child walk by because they were singing Total Praise, their own version, which I never really cared for because I thought the harmonies were off. They kind of made up their own harmonies. And it was very clear they were doing like a Disney Cheetah Girls kind of harmony.
You know, that got to come from a righteous spot.
Bruh, it's got to come from holiness.
I'm sorry.
And then we turn a corner and there's Richard Smallwood right there. And, you know, he had on purple. I remember he had on purple. And I do remember his pants were a little bit tight. Just a little tight. And he asked Tony, do you know where the bathroom is? And Tony was like, it's over there. Because he was so paranoid. But it was just a thrill to see some of your heroes, you know, and guys that you only heard on the radio or saw on BET, which is exactly why we need to bring back gospel shows.
Oh, yes.
Bobby Jones gospel.
Bobby Jones, yes.
We need to bring back gospel showcases, musicals. I mean, a whole generation's missing out.
Yeah.
A whole generation's missing out.
I mean, how about a good old fashioned choir concert?
Choir,
a real
robes, brother.
Yeah, robes. I mean,
bro,
that smell like every Sunday.
That smell like every Sunday.
Right.
They only get washed twice a year.
No,
they only get washed
They
twice.
hang them up in the back when they get finished.
Everybody, I told the church, the choir, I said when February comes, first Sunday, we're wearing the old robes.
Come on.
Second Sunday, we'll do African attire. But first Sunday, we'll wear the old robes. Because in my mind, when you think of Black history, first we'll celebrate the history of our church. And then we'll celebrate the history of our culture. I said, so next week, I need a few volunteers, go back there, size them out, you know, get them ready so y'all can try them on, be ready to go. That way, when we get to February, because the other choirs sing during the month, y'all have them out, racked out. Put
You gotta
them
let
on.
them march in, man.
We ain't marching, man.
Come on, man.
First of all, Second Baptist aisle is like 1,000 feet long. It's like
Well, we're going to talk about getting
church will be over.
We're talking about getting them in shape later.
Right. Yeah, march a little faster, sis. Center of my joy. Center of my joy.
That's a great one.
God bless you from Brooklyn, New York. Love y'all from Brooklyn, New York. That is true. They will probably turn some of the new gospel shows into a joke. It has gotten a little silly.
You got to screen them. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
Can you screen this?
Yeah, you can screen them.
What are you screening it for?
Foolishness.
How you do it when? But what do you do it when Kirk is doing it?
He's foolish.
This cat got listen. This cat
I
just
don't know if
stole
it's
Prince.
told. I don't know if it's told.
This cat done broke into Prince's closet.
I was like, man.
Right.
They about the same size.
Yeah.
Right.
I was
Got
like,
his heels and everything.
I was like, Lord have mercy.
Now he has a new album coming out.
Man,
And did y'all see the video clip of it?
I don't know. I can't get past the chest meat.
Not the chest meat.
I can't.
The hamburger meat. You got the hamburger.
He lost me with chest meat. Any type of chest meat that you trying to sing gospel, I'm done. I'm out.
He's got a style all his own.
I guess I'm too old.
He's
now.
just, we are a part of the old school. We can't help
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Cover
that's
yourself up, brother.
Yeah, chest meat for Christ.
How you a man and got cleavage? How's this happening?
Well,
cannot
some of those bigger guys,
Some of the
it just
listen.
automatically come. Like, we got to work
But should you be showing it?
300 and over.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, chest meat don't work.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's going to be an interesting time. I mean, and if you're going to do it right now, we've had the younger guys on before, some of our younger, which we're very proud of, the musical, whether they're musicians. We've had Carrington on, we've had Jeremy on, the young singers, and they'd often talk about, how they want the church to embrace new sounds, new songs, some of the stuff that they and people like them would do. And I don't disagree. However, music used to be made to be singable in many different types of churches. And that, back to my point about Total Praise, are you really a star gospel artist if churches on a regular basis are not singing your songs terribly. Because to me, that's the mark that you become embedded. When everybody wants to take a shot and do their own version. I mean, I've heard quartet versions of songs, you know what I mean? That ain't even quartet. But if that church is country, they gonna country it out. That's what they gonna do. You know, and so I feel like people like Richard Smallwood, a part of their popularity is the fact that anybody and everybody would try to sing their stuff. Whereas a lot of our newer artists, I get the vibe that they're like, if you can't sing it like I do it, if you can't produce it and recreate it at that level, you know, don't even bother. Whereas some of your old school, Andre Crouch, Richard Smallwood, James Cleveland, Timothy Albertina Walker, Timothy Rice, they assumed that the average church with average musicians and average singers
could do it.
Just gonna take their best shot.
Yeah.
And bless the people, by the way.
It's gonna be all right.
Right.
So, like, you know, we have to be all right to a certain extent if that's what makes your folk happy.
Yeah.
You know, little off key, little off beat, but
right.
if the Holy Ghost come in,
It's all right. It's all right.
it's all right.
Yeah. To your point, it's also who were those types of people writing for versus are people now writing for awards versus back then?
Or radio.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about, to your point, radio, everything like that now. And so they can get that Grammy or whatever it is. But back then, you know, not saying that people didn't have their own ambition or whatever, but the Lord was definitely in the center of a lot of stuff, I believe.
I believe the songs were written for the church.
Right, exactly.
They were written for the church.
It's not written for clicks.
Right, exactly. That's what it is.
What a way of saying that.
Yeah.
Because we got to the point where, I mean, even, you know, like you said, it's being written, played for airtime now, just, you know, for streams. So you got, I mean, folks is preaching for streams.
Bruh.
So, I mean, it's very similar. Like, you know, your Richard Smallwood was made to uplift the service. So when you came out there to preach, the atmosphere was lifted.
Right.
And so, and people stopped thinking about where they came from. They were just happy to be in the midst of where God was at. Yeah. And so now you're not sure if God gave them the song.
Bruh.
I mean, it could have.
What did the algorithm?
Was it Chat GPT.
Listen, was it the anointing or was it the algorithm?
Chat GPT that wrote them a song, and wrote them a gospel song, and they didn't put some sounds to it. This is one thing, and I'll be done.
No,
like I always, you know, because I've had the chance to watch over the years. You know, we come up, you know, our area, Warren, Youngstown. You better not come in here streaming nothing because, you know, the 70s and 80s and you a musician visiting, man, you get your head busted playing with them organists and bass players and guitar. They would take your whole set over. And so I'm saying that to say this is that, like, you know, we have to be very careful. I always told those, you know, those younger generation guys to make sure that your gift is not before your anointing, because anytime your gift is not submissive to the atmosphere of your leader or the church that you're vibing in, that gift is a weapon.
Yes, sir.
It's weaponized.
And you mess around and miss out on opportunities.
It's the end of that thing is going to be something else.
Because most quality ministries don't want you to be a star. They want you to support the vision and do what it takes. And some of us are a little too selfish and too stubborn to understand that. And I always say, if you're as great as you say you are, how come nobody's calling for you to anywhere greater?
That's it.
Why are you still begging the little old us?
Hey, real quick,
you know,
Pastor Steve Mariner in the house.
I love it, Pastor Mariner. How you feeling, man?
My man.
Also a Second Baptist alumnus doing great things in PA, and he agrees if a song hasn't been butchered at least 3 times, you haven't made it. I'm talking about it. And Steve, we know. We know. I still got video evidence of us both dragging the choir along to try to get some of these hits out. So those were good days. Listen, we have some great discussion coming up for this new year with Elder Alfie, the fit preacher, Coach Alf. But of course, we got to hit you with several of our segments first, starting off with Amen or Nah. We call this segment Amen or Nah. And we've been doing it for about 2 months. where we either see or hear something, and it's something we would either say amen to or not. It could be a preacher's perception or opinion on something. It could be a certain model of ministry, and we either have an amen for him or a nah. And so here is this week's edition of Amen or Nah. I will give a little preview. We all know that there's always been a little bit of melding and remixing of some of the songs you might hear on the radio. You know, The Quiet Storm.
Come on, somebody.
The Secret Garden.
Come on.
You know, Frankie Halfbaker, Mr. Lucky. You know what I'm saying? And then they just rework a few things. Next thing you know, you got a worship song.
Right.
And so we'll check out this ministry's attempt to try to give us their own version. Let's see what they got to say.
Nobody, Jesus, and your love keeps going on.
Said nobody Jesus.
I know.
Nobody, Jesus.
Okay, little girl is feeling in the front. She might not have a choice. Now the mothers are not.
No, they tapped out. Mother's crinkling peppermint paper.
Oh, listen.
She's crinkling all that hard candy paper right now.
Not Robert Kelly. They could at least say, I believe I can fly. Yeah. No, that was technically Keith Sweat. And I only know that because I had the maxi single in my not quite saved days. I had the instrumental version.
Come on.
Yo.
You know, the unedited version.
Come on.
Wine and Keith.
The B-side, Wine and Keith. This is before he started doing his shows drunk, you know. But so we got Nah to the absolute Nah, y'all. We got a Nah from Sherry in Brooklyn.
Somebody
Got a Nah from Mo.
Where's
hello,
Ron
no.
Isley?
Right. Hello, Nah.
Hello,
Where's
no.
Whitney Houston when you need her? Where's Ron Isley when you need him? I'm sure that video's out there somewhere too. Yeah, I think there's just some songs. Now we've all John B. Key was a master of it. Raised on P-Funk, so he knew how to throw a little bit of outstanding into the middle of his set. But I just think Keith Sweat.
Nobody.
Now listen, I hope Grover's watching because that's the Second Baptist joke. Somebody is getting a letter for this. If it's a Baptist church, somebody's getting a letter.
It's gonna come up.
A meeting will be called.
Review.
Listen, the deacons will be convening to discuss this. Yeah, I don't think it works to say nobody Jesus. Because what else? I remember the lyrics of the original song. Who can love you like me? Who can sex you like me? Nobody. And I don't think they were married.
You don't think?
I don't think they were married. So now we didn't introduce Shaq and the spirit of Shaq into the
Probably shacking and cuddle.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, now there was an R. Kelly version and some guy was on some Christian station. I think it was I Don't See Nothing Wrong with Praising God or something like that. Oh, wow. It was bad, and he was dressed and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
So that's a no for me, Mike, Coach Mike.
Yeah, we're gonna pass on that one.
Pass on that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, listen, there's a guy out there, I don't even know what this young guy's name is. I don't know how he done blended Too Short and some quartet.
Oh no.
yeah.
No.
And he's touring, people filling churches.
Now, which song though from Too Short? Blow the Whistle?
Yes.
Because we do need to blow the whistle on sin.
No, we don't.
can't.
Oh, well, listen, it is that.
It is.
It is
Blow the
that.
whistle.
Listen,
and he can S-I-N-G. He can sing.
I bet you he can.
He's been singing quartet his whole life. So he took all those beats, whether it's
And he
Too
put
Short,
quartet on it.
he done took some old Snoop. 187.
This is terrible.
Listen, and
Come now, Lord Jesus.
now here's the big issue. younger generation don't know who
They don't even know who they are.
I say that. Yeah.
They don't even know.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look.
I'm gonna send them to you. So
Yeah, we might.
Yes, please.
He's gonna be no.
You're gonna be a super null.
But I tell you, he done blended it perfect.
Wow.
I mean, he not even shying away from doing this is
who I am.
This is his lane
This
at
is what I
20
do.
something.
Yeah.
This is who I'm going
They
after.
driving it.
Wow.
I'm going after.
Well-
I'm going after 14 to 24.
Man.
You must be getting.
Blow the
God
whistle.
bless him.
Blow the whistle.
La, la. Well, Religiously Incorrect is brought to you, we'll go straight there, by Annex Events. Whatever you might need for your event, your party, your church event, your family reunion, they have it. From tents to custom table settings, chairs, all types of decorations and party machines, not to mention the famous Party Dome. They have everything for your needs. I know it because our church has utilized them, and they are a Black-owned business. So whatever your needs are, give Annex Events a call at 330-979-2909. Let them know Religiously Incorrect sent you and get 10% off your first order. Annex Events, proud sponsor of Religiously Incorrect podcast. The Spirit of AI will have more mixes. You're right, Jay. The Spirit of AI will have more mixes. Well, before we jump into our main subject, our oldie but goodie has always been
Meme of the week.
Meme of the Week.
Meme of the week. Meme of the week.
Welcome to Religiously Incorrect, ladies and gentlemen.
Meme of the week. Meme of the week.
Thank you. Send us your memes of the week.
Meme of the week. Meme of the week.
We are, these are all jokes. We are just playing.
All right, we've all had that supportive church member who is just a little too supportive. Just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Just a little bit. And so I don't know if this brother is preaching or teaching. All I know is that this church mother agrees with him and agrees with him a lot. And this is about a 16-bar note of agreement to the point that he had to stop the sermon to let her get done.
Wow.
Go ahead and play the clip.
If he sends a commandment to fast, he ain't gonna send you something you don't like to eat. He gonna send you what you like.
Yeah.
And he doesn't flinch.
Yeah.
He doesn't flinch.
Wow.
He doesn't flinch.
Hey.
Wow.
It's not his first rodeo.
No.
It's not his first rodeo.
I guarantee that is his auntie.
Yeah.
grandmother, or that might be the head of his pastoral anniversary.
Nah, you know what? Listen, if she's raising the money,
That might be the head of the pastoral
Shut your mouth, bro.
committee. I'm on that.
you want that offering, shut your mouth, bro.
Let her have her way.
Let her have her.
Let her have her way.
Let her have her way. Bless her. Bless her heart.
Oh.
Go through.
Go through. Let the Lord use you.
Go through.
Get what you need, ma'am.
Listen.
Get what you need.
Listen.
Get what you need. But I mean, I love it until I don't anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. We all love a good support. And Lord knows we got enough quiet folk. You wish you had a little energy, but then it, calm down on the uppers. I don't know.
That's disruptive.
A little disruptive.
Spirit was off.
It sounds like noon on Saturday. Pastor's aide captain. But she said she's a regular.
Listen, you set her right up in the stands next to Worm. We can
Listen.
Let's go.
They can have a whole contest.
Yeah,
a whole
can do
contest.
it. Yeah, that's it. She might
Mother
have
Marsh,
a-
we love you. We hope you are well. Praying for you and Mac. And listen, I'm telling you right now, Mother Marsh, If you want to holler, go on ahead and holler. You go on ahead. You have my permission.
Not like that.
Now, if you get a letter from the deacons, don't bring it to me. If you have a meme you'd like us to see or talk about, if we haven't already seen it, we would love to feature it. You can inbox us or email us at religiouslyincorrectpodcast@gmail.com. I know sometimes it's hard to come by a meme we haven't already seen, but we try our best. And by the way, we want to uplift and be humorous, never embarrass or shame anybody. We've already heard enough people not sing well during praise and worship, so we don't do a whole lot of that anymore. But we would welcome you to send your submissions. So thank you so much. Well, to kind of cap off our show this evening, we brought Elder Alfie on, and here's how ironic this is. Jeff took ill today, and it was his vision, that we would talk about wellness and fitness in the church. You know, because to be clear, for us to talk about healing a lot, we certainly, and I am included in this, especially with Miss Melanie bringing snacks today, not the healthiest people in the world. And since it's a lot of people's New Year resolution to work out more, exercise, diet, I figured we'd get one of the brothers in our community who's not only served God well, but he's also taken pretty good care of himself. And by the way, through health challenges that he has faced, and I remember when he was going through and only God could bring him back. Praise God for what he's been through. But I also attribute some of that he did live a healthy lifestyle. You know, he'd been in sports. I think that when you do have health challenges, it matters how you've lived before.
It matters.
And to how resilient your body might be. And so we kind of wanted to unpack that conversation a little bit. I call it Fit by Faith is kind of our description today of this segment and our main segment with Coach Alf, the Fit Preacher. And first of all, I just want to talk about the overall health or lack of health in the body of Christ in the church. Because we just have some inherent habits that make us unhealthy. Let's just start with church dinners.
Everything's centered around food.
Everything's centered around food.
We function.
Everything's centered around food. We will pray for healing for a 3-hour revival service and then send the saints downstairs.
Get a block of macaroni.
To get a block of the thick stuff.
Fried
The
chicken.
thick.
Whole brick.
Yeah.
You can fill the church with
You
it.
got kilo of macaroni and cheese in it.
All day. Pound cake. That Kool-Aid that's 90% sugar.
Yes.
Church punch.
Yeah. The good stuff.
That Wilford Brimley, man, that diabetes.
Come on. You done threw some ginger ale,
Yeah.
sugar with the punch.
With sherbet.
And some ice cream in it.
Ice cream.
Any of the three could kill you.
And
The Saints,
my mother,
give it all to them.
she had a nerve to put it in a jug.
Not a jug, I mean.
You trying to kill your son.
And to Scott's point, less funerals means less fried food. And Sterling's over there just rubbing his hands like, eat up, guys.
Ooh-ah.
Business has been a little slow lately. So, I mean, how do we reconcile that? Are we just delusional, or are we just following our spiritual norms at the same time that we're following our cultural norms? I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I definitely think cultural before spiritual, because so much of what we've done in community, especially like I said, we're talking about the church. I mean, the old time church. Listen, they got together. It was fellowship. The fellowship with God then was preceded by the fellowship with one another. Getting Auntie them biscuits. May's potato salad.
That's right.
Outside. I mean, we ain't talking about the big churches with.
No.
With air conditioning. We talking the old time churches.
No, you can feel the heat from the basement.
Yeah. Where
Right.
the floor was still dusty.
That's what Dr. Wingfield just said. And by the way, my kitchen is right underneath my pulpit.
Yeah. And so that fellowship there, but their lifestyle was also different because some of them walked to church.
Now, I will say that.
Yeah.
These were more active people.
Yep.
hardworking men and women throughout the week.
The whole week.
You know, and they probably ate healthier on a regular basis out of their own gardens.
Nothing refined.
And that's what I was going to say. Even though it was unhealthy and fried and some of that, it wasn't processed. The original stuff wasn't processed, which so even though it's unhealthy, you know, has your salt, it doesn't have the exact same effects that ultra processed foods that we now produce a lot of our foods with. Or you go to those stores and we just buy the chicken now, the Giant Eagle chicken, you know, in some of these places where you don't know exactly what they're doing.
The chicken is this big.
Turkey, chicken.
I don't know what
Tear it down the wings.
ostrich. That's an ostrich. They just shot the thing up. But like you said, Pastor, you know, that fellowship there, also you knew the process of the food, how they got it, whose farm it came off of. They slayed the cow,
the pig right there, the cow,
everything.
right.
The chicken, they rung.
That's that Joe Threets.
Yes, sir.
That's that Joe
they
Threets.
didn't wrung the neck of them chickens.
Hog roast, brother.
So you didn't, and so the process of cooking it, you understood how long. I mean, they worked all week so they could have that type of fellowship.
Right.
I mean, where it was a communal time, and not just a time of just eating. And then they got back on that wagon and jogged back. You know, they did whatever they had to do.
That's right.
Because listen, back in Mississippi, my folks from Mississippi.
You walking home.
And look, they was in their 90s.
Right.
They ate pig feet.
Without all these advancements of medical, chemo, and all this other stuff.
Put some honey on that cut. You
listen,
all right?
Listen.
Put Vicks on everything.
Rub some aloe on it.
Everything. Get you an aloe plant. You got a fever, put some aloe on a rag and put on there. I mean, you know, drink some aloe. Everything. But again, it was definitely from a cultural standpoint. But you know, we have to be cognizant that the food is different and our lifestyle is different. So different right
Very
now.
much.
Most of us, you know, educated, you know, we're sitting or we're transitioning, doing different things like that. It's not too many of us out digging and planting. And,
we're sitting at desks all day, you know,
so,
in front of computers.
Yes, and so that has a wear on it. And you know, I know we'll get into it a little bit later, but you know, biblically, we have a responsibility to be stewards, over our temple.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up, but I do want to backtrack on the stewardship part because I thought of not just cultural and spiritual, but also financial. And I think of that on two sides. Number one, most of those foods historically were cheap. So you could do your mass meals for a lot of people, you know, off of the chicken and macaroni and green beans. It used to all, you know, black folk that lost their minds when we saw how expensive
chitlins,
black food
it's
used
like
to be.
It's like $30 for a buck, and I don't eat.
Because we're getting mad now. Because listen, if y'all white folk would stop eating up all the chicken, it would be cheap for us. I mean, y'all done made it popular now.
Man,
when it was, you know, wings was nothing.
Wings. They used to give them to my grandmama.
That's it.
She'd give us a whole bag of them. 951 Main Street. She used to walk to go get them. I think it was Newman's. They had the fish market, but they had the chicken down. They used to give us stuff in the back.
And be killing them right out there.
Yeah, they throwing away.
Now, the other side of the financial thing is that obviously many of the churches, and we use these for fundraisers, and ain't nobody buying kale. ain't nobody buying kale. You know, if you want to raise some money for the Pastors Aid Committee, you got to about kill these folk. You know what I mean? I hope they live to make it the anniversary. Because nobody's buying, you know, raw apples and nuts, and lentils. Nobody's buying that.
Well, you already know my wife people good for trail mix. The first thing,
Daniel Fast.
This is real crazy. The first time, like my wife and I, we were married. You know, married almost 30 years. But our very first New Year's, Pastor, let's go over there for. Went over there for New Year's.
Oh yeah.
I said, "What's this?"
Listen.
I said, "Oh, this is a tradition. This is not no tradition." I mean, they did salad,
casserole,
cabbage, you know, a little bit of sausage, everything, soup. I said, "No, this ain't no. This is that's lunch,
bruh."
Yeah,
boy.
I need some ribs and black eyed peas and greens.
I brought my mother-in-law over a plate. Done.
Got her.
Done.
Converted.
Done. She
saw the light.
Done. She's done. She has not partaken in the European
That's what I'm talking
New
about.
Year's
That's what I'm talking
since.
about. She's like, I like that African New Year. That's what I like.
Yes, yes.
Give me that Mississippi New Year's.
Yes, you want that Mississippi.
No, Pierre is right. The Saints ain't praying and fasting like they used to.
I'm not.
And Elder Alfie had a comment about that, and I need you to go on ahead and spill the beans.
Well, y'all preachers gonna be mad at me.
Tell the truth, brother.
But that's too bad. I'm gonna save your life. Listen, I didn't come up with this, but I'm sure gonna double down on it. And I heard a very affluent preacher talk about this, and he said there's no such thing as a overweight prophet.
My Lord.
He said it is spiritually almost impossible for you to hear clearly. And you haven't spent that fast time alone to get revelation.
You haven't been pushing that plate.
And you have not sustained a time of fasting and prayer so you can get alone with God. And at any way, I said this to Pastor, I said, it's hard for you to come give me anything revelatory or prophetic and you can't walk up the steps.
Bruh.
I don't want to.
Bruh. You want to lay hands on me and can't make it to me. You can't even get over here.
Hold on. I don't need you sitting down ministering to me right now.
If I'm too far away from you, I just miss my blessing.
That's a problem for me.
Yeah.
I'm just, some folks got a problem with certain stuff. I got a problem if you can't stand up and minister 30 minutes, I got a problem.
And to that point.
I mean, I understand you're sick.
There's a real health issue. I get it. I get it. I know. I understand.
Not just because after you get finished, you got, I'm gonna get 2 of those meals, but give me a Diet Coke. No, your Diet Coke is not helping you with the full cheese.
No. And to that point, what worship leaders, across the board, musicians, we don't consider gluttony, which is what it is. And I'm not saying that some people aren't built, big bone, runs in your family. All those things are a part of life. I get it. But you can also exercise control and discipline. And we don't. And we have seen, let's just be honest, the consequences. And sometimes in and out the church, we kind of baby people. And as much as I am understanding of it, I believe the body positivity movement can be a little toxic, because when you can dress any size up and make it look good, some of those persons don't need to be made to look good, which might sort of stunt their motivation in a way to realize that I need to be healthy. I'm not saying meet a certain worldly standard of beauty. I'm saying just healthiness in general, so I can remain sedentary, I can eat whatever I want, refuse to exercise, and then of course beg the Lord to heal me and bless me at the same time, have the saints feeling sorry for me, and all the while, by the way, I look bad. I look good. I'm still slaying. And I feel like that could be a little detrimental. And sometimes we look past it. We have lost people who we love because they didn't take care of themselves when they had the chance. And then, as I said earlier, when the health challenge does come, because it will come,
it's coming.
It's inevitable.
It's coming.
COVID took some people out that it should not have taken out because you already couldn't breathe because you had too much hanging on you. So now that you deal with that sickness, it's just realness. And so I just feel like, without feeling like we're giving in to this idea of shaming people, sometimes you do have to tell people the truth.
It's very important because we want you to live.
We want you to live.
The end result of, if I'm at the stage, like I said, I'll be 55, man.
Praise God.
And so I'm at the stage where if you're mad at me for a while and I help you live, I'm very fine with that as an OG in the community now. Like, hey, man, you need to fix yourself.
Right.
Because you're a young father.
Yes.
Listen to an older father who wants you to be around because your kids is young. Get yourself together. What size you wear?
Listen.
I'll take size 13. I got something for you. Come on to the house. I got you some shoes so you can go walk in some good ones. Like, we do that. You talk about it.
It's almost like we talk about the ladies with young ladies.
Right.
You know how we say, if you're going to tell them that they should dress different,
go get them
help
something.
them.
Go get them something.
Right.
Go get them something.
And the men, funny thing is, because we love to jump on that. Yeah, be my da-da-da-da. Well, now when a brother come to you and say, hey man, you need to put the chicken wings down and you need to go for a walk. You need to accept that correction. The same way we've been telling these females, cover yourself up. Don't do this, don't do that. You know, there might be some corrections on us. You know, I've been told, you know, once again, Miss Melanie probably ain't watching no more. She done brought me a whole doggone box of Pepsi. But my church trying to get me to wean off of pop. Because again, they care. My mother
You to live.
gets with my wife. They double team me.
Yeah.
Some of the members say, where your water at? You know, you need to drink more. You're not young anymore. Maybe you could take that stuff when you're a kid, you know, when you're a little younger. That sugar's going to sit on you. You know, your organs got to function right. And we don't like to hear it because we like what we like. But at the end of the day, like you said, we need to live.
And you know, and I'll be real honest with you because I live what I talk about. You know when you're not right. It's whether or not, you know, so let's say, okay, let's put on the believer. So the believer who's being led by the Spirit. The greatest thing about the Spirit of the Lord is it gives you your reflection first before it tells you about somebody else.
Right.
And for you to be endowed with the power of it, you have to be led of it. First thing it's going to do is lead and guide you in all ways of the truth. It's going to do that.
Right.
So the truth of it, I need to get myself ready. If I want to be anointed, the anointing has a weight to it.
Right.
So I can't carry the weight unless I'm in prime spiritual, mental, and physical.
And physical.
I need to be an advocate for that because it's very important. And the dynamic for us culturally is that we're facing, you know, some other, you know, I always say this, you know, you don't see no Little Debbie cakes out in the plaza up the street from my house.
Listen, the side of town you on.
You keep going up East Market.
Yep.
You keep going up there, get up there past the sheets up there. You ain't gonna find no Little Debbie cakes and stuff like that.
Listen.
You're not gonna find, you know, other type of snacks in areas that have different zip codes. I mean, our food is distributed to stores by zip codes and folks.
That's correct.
They have to understand
It's its own type of poverty and
it's
its own
type of systematic ways.
It's food apartheid in a way. I mean, they surround us with the dollar stores and the junk food, the gas station food, and we're saints are just as guilty. And to what you said about carrying the anointing, needing to be at your best, number one, to honor God and the temple that He has given you. I know, and here's the true conviction, and some of you might notice it. You start to feel it while you're ministering. My energy's not there. You know, I've to totally confess, last few months or so, not few months, probably a couple of weeks, like fighting dry mouth. And I know it's that Pepsi I've been drinking, but I need to get more water, not just while I'm up there preaching, you know, which I'm good for. They make sure I have my water, and Mike gets me after church, and they, you know, have the Gatorade in the office. But my weekly habits, I can't undo that in a morning fast that I'm just going to drink water before I preach and all that. All that junk's still in my system. And I'm admitting as a struggle, have not yet gotten to the discipline, but I can't keep pretending like I don't know the source of whether it's lethargy, just not energy. Yes, you're getting older. Yeah, that's true. And you will gain some weight or whatever as a part of life. But there's also a healthy way to do that. And you feel it. And sometimes the people ministering to you are ignoring what they're feeling and trying to push past what they're feeling. And then here's where it gets really toxic and bad, because the saints need me, you know, to just keep pushing and all of that. And I'm like, yeah, but your family needs you more. God wants you to be what you ought to be. And so we have to do what we know is healthy for us that nobody else would ever notice. That's the thing about wellness discipline. Most people won't be able to tell before you do.
Right.
There's a lot of other stuff, you know, unless the Lord show them. But other noticeable stuff about our lives, this ain't one of them. And by the time other folks start noticing, like, your eyes ain't right, or you ain't walking, you kind of too far beyond it. You know? Like that, and Pepsi is the sanctified whiskey. You are absolutely right. And since I don't drink, that's as close as I can get. One ice cold sip, and I'm finished. I put it on my tooth when I got a toothache.
Pastor, I had something that was really good. I was, you know, when I was still had my training business, one of my very affluent clients, very influential in my life, like just raised me kind of in a different area. And they said, they were my clients for like 10 years, whole family. It was like the matriarch of the family said, she said, Alf, you know why I work out? I said, well, you know, they stay good looking, and you 70-something years old, look like you. The doctor told you got, you know, your numbers is like a 49-year-old. You know, and she's like, no, that's not why I do it. She said, everything that we accumulated, we want to see it. We want to see it come to full fruition.
Wow.
She said, their mind of fitness.
It's purposeful.
It has its own. It's very intentional.
Intentional.
And what you don't see is most people who have assembled wealth and/or some type of affluent lifestyle. You don't ever see them. They don't look unhealthy. They have subscribed to a discipline in their life that has transcended different areas.
Right.
The pastor was talking about the discipline part of it. It has said, okay, I'm gonna be disciplined in my spending.
Yep.
I'm gonna be disciplined in my study.
Yep.
I'm gonna be disciplined in what I watch. I'm gonna be disciplined in what I hear. I'm gonna be disciplined in what I eat. And so
getting rest.
And that was the other part I was gonna get to, like what you were talking about. You're a community pastor. It's much different for you than some other clergy, to be real, real honest, because you still working, you work in the community every day also.
Right.
So there's some expenditures coming out of you.
Yes.
Okay. And one of the things I used to do, and I was so blessed to do for so many years, I worked with a lot of executive types or executives that were running businesses. I was their guy because I could get them out in less than 40 minutes. And so, but what we were doing was self-healing and help, because I was getting their head together in that 40 minutes, understanding that you can only do so much. And one thing, and I believe it was God that gave me this to share with them years ago, I said, if your bucket is empty, you don't have anything to pour.
Right.
It don't matter how deep you go. And the deeper you go is going to cost you, because it stretches your line. Wow. So, you being a community pastor and working in the council, working with funding and all, people have to recognize, and those who are listening now, you have to recognize what is going out of you every day. You run a program. What is going out of you every day? What other deposits now are getting put back into you daily? Not I need a vacation. That's not enough. Are you sleeping? When did you go to bed? How much
do you go to bed?
Did you listen to? What did you listen to all day?
Right.
Did you cut something off?
Right.
Like now, as y'all old head, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if it's too foolish all day, that's enough.
Listen.
That's enough.
Listen.
I'm not. Well, I need to finish my. We're gonna finish it maybe tomorrow. Right now, that's it.
Yeah.
I have to. I'm anointed enough to tell you no.
Listen.
So
and I
don't play blow the whistle tonight. Is what you're saying.
Not on repeat.
Not on repeat.
I mean,
not on repeat.
Thank you.
Not on repeat. But as needed. Take as needed. No, but to your point about even what you take in mentally and emotionally, when you're not careful, that mental and emotional strain will affect you spiritually. Oh. And sometimes I can walk out of a meeting, and it is not to mock hard labor, because that is real.
Yeah.
What our parents went through, grandparents went through, those that work in hard labor positions. I'm not at all saying, man, when I'm sitting in that conference room, I'm doing as much work as you. But there's a different kind of strain when you're taking on the burdens of people. Love you, Pastor Jeff. Hope you're well. When you're sometimes going from meeting to meeting or space to space, and you have to sort of mentally gird yourself up for each one constantly. It's almost like an emotional roller coaster, mental roller coaster. Okay, how do I excel? Like, for instance, twice a month, I have counsel, and I literally jump in my car and come into the back of the church, take my coat off, and walk in there and teach Bible study.
Right.
And those are two completely different. Well, I need to be mentally and emotionally and even in my discernment in both spaces,
you need
but in different ways.
You need a halftime between them.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're straining because there are real consequences, and there are things I'm trying to listen for in the political world where, hey, man, let me make sure I got the mayor's back on this issue, and I know a little game is about to be played, and I'm the voice that needs to make a and it takes
and
something.
you got to keep your sanctification
and stay safe.
Yeah,
and not cuss nobody out, especially when the news is there.
Because you can go smack them in Jesus' name.
And be on the 6 o'clock news like Elder Johnson jumped over a desk.
Yeah, like that reverend.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what David something.
So I do some heavy praying. That 3-minute drive from the municipal building to Second Baptist. But the strain of taking on sometimes just information overload. Sometimes it's emotional overload. Then you get home and you can't sleep because you're bearing somebody else's burden. And funny thing is, they unloaded it on you and they knocked out somewhere. And you up here staring at your wife like, what's wrong with you? Or you're trying to watch something or read something to calm you down or whatever.
You cannot become a BFI.
Yeah.
You cannot become a waste management mover.
Yeah.
You know, those are things I did. I mean, some folks, influential folks in our area, Warren and Youngstown, I mean, believe it or not, it didn't matter how much finances they had. They did. Some of them was crazy.
My father had a minister. We were growing up, and I'm glad you said that about you can't be a BFI. And I could tell this story now. He's gone home to be with the Lord, but he was a minister at my father's church growing up. And as happens over time, he felt that he should strike out on his own and start a ministry. And within about probably less than 16 months, he had a heart attack. And he wasn't that old or unhealthy. And some of the people he had taken with him, he said, George, what went wrong? And Dad said, you allowed yourself to become their garbage can.
That's it.
And then when the time came, you took the garbage with you and they stressed you out.
That's it.
He said there was a reason I wasn't minding that, let that little faction over there. And I sure didn't mind when you took them with you.
Right, exactly.
Because some losses are actually victories.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
Some subtractions are additions. And he was just saying, and it means no disrespect, and I'm not trying to talk about it, but I mean, it was obviously just a little tension thing. People want to do their own thing. But he took an element with him that was going to stress him out, especially, you're trying to launch a church, trying to have a ministry with all the wrong people. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. And Dad said, like you just said, you became somebody's trash can. And then you took it with you.
Can't allow
now you next thing you know, I'm visiting you and I see you.
So
Real quick, I believe it's a lot of good points there. I mean, just as a regular lay person that doesn't have maybe a certain level of expertise when it comes to fitness, both mental and fitness and things like that. My point is that sometimes we get overwhelmed because there's so much to kind of segment mentally, physically, emotionally, all the things. And it's like, how do I attack this mountain? And what does that framework look like? Right. And if no one has taught us how to get those proper frameworks, then it's kind of like, what am I doing? And then it's cyclical, just like everyone's starting a new fad or a diet. Next thing you know, within a month, those memberships are gone down because, they gave up on their goals and stuff like that. So it's like, how do you build a framework? Completely saying everything you're saying is right, but how does the regular person say, how do I build a framework for my mental, my physical, my emotional, my spiritual health to make sure that I stay on track?
Well, one of the key elements of that is, how to, we get biblical, say, speak to the mountain. You talk about mountains, speak to the mountain, and the mountain be that move. Okay, here's the deal. Didn't tell you how much you was gonna have to talk to it. So the revelation of that, they talking about speak to the mountain and the mountain be thou removed.
Right.
I got it.
Right.
But it didn't tell you how many times.
You might have to,
Because so the element of it being gone in a second, or diminishing right now.
Quick answers, quick solutions.
That's the enigma of, that's in our mind. That's the puzzling part. So what we have to understand is that the process for building is just that. It's the process for building. So I build in the context of saying, these are the elements. I got 1 hour a day. What can I do with that hour? Okay, I got 10 minutes of meditation and prayer, 10 minutes of study. I'm at 20 minutes. Okay, then I'm gonna take care of myself for 30 minutes. I'm at 50 minutes. I'm gonna go do something fitness wise. Other 10 minutes, I'm gonna get cleaned up and I'm out of here. And I'm gonna do that one day. And then I'm gonna do it again one day. And I'm gonna do it again for one day until I get what I feel, whether it's 3 or 4 times a week. And I'm gonna stay with that model because I'm gonna put 30 days together. You're not. You don't have the skill set to do that.
Yeah, how you go from 0 to 30 like that?
Yeah, and that's what people
right.
say. I can do it. I'm a faster. I'm gonna go on this diet. No, you're not.
Right.
It's a skill. It has to be developed. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. That's the same thing I used to tell my clients. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I need you to do it tomorrow, and then I'm gonna check in with you before the night's over, and we're gonna see can we schedule and we can do it one more day.
Right.
That way we're gonna put between 3 to 4 days together. Next thing you know, but it has to be done with that element of simplicity. Because, like I said something to my church, sometimes simple, sometimes better. You can put your hands around it. You can grasp it. It almost seems too simple. I need to do it on Monday.
Right.
I need to do it on Monday. I need to write it out on Sunday, execute it on Monday. I need to write it out on Monday and execute it on Tuesday. That's how it has to happen. That element, that simplicity, you're teaching yourself as a child.
I like it. I like it. Jeff mentioned consistency. It takes 60 days to make a thing a habit. Yeah, you have to keep going and keep pushing. I like what you said about, you don't know how consistently you'll have to speak to that mountain. And that's your doing is that speaking and creating that. Mike had a question he wanted to ask concerning dieting.
We talked about the church food, the fried chicken, the greens, macaroni and cheese, and all of that.
I'm hungry.
On like Facebook and Instagram, on the social media, because it's first of the year, they're pushing all these diets out now. So you got your keto diet, you got your Weight Watchers. This new one I heard about, you got your carnivore diet now.
Yeah.
The meat diet.
You got the intermittent fasting and all of that. There's so much out there. What is the healthiest way to eat?
Well, I mean, that is a huge question.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, even from those who are dietitians and all, you can go really cultural into the diet to where some things just don't sit good with where we come from.
Right.
Who we are.
It's not going to work for us.
Yeah, it ain't going to work.
Nobody's buying kale. That's what I'm trying to say.
It ain't going to work. But what you can do, and this is what I used to err on. So I was blessed for a number of years to have a fitness business that paid my bills. People don't, as more as young ones, they may not remember. And then I was partnership with a gym and, had some ownership in that with some of my clients. But, the reason I say that is because I got a chance to be around different fitness levels and how they got there. And everybody got there. Your body in itself has its own science to it. So you have to figure out what, and I should use for something very simple, the brighter the better, the bland the bad. If you look at your plate, the brighter, I'm not talking Skittles and M&Ms either.
Oh, never mind.
So
I was agreeing with you.
So when you're looking at your plate, is it's vibrant, beautiful colors on your plate. And because even the way we process it saps the vibrance out of the food.
That is true. That is true.
So you look at your Thanksgiving plates, that meat, that start looking a little bland, little pasty. It's good.
Right.
That dressing is good.
Right.
But it's a different color. It ain't got that pop, to it.
Right.
So the brighter, the better. Look at your plate, the bland, the bad. And I'm going to tell you something that really works. Y'all not going to believe it. You can go to the Dollar Tree and change your life.
Okay. Help brother out.
Go get you one of them. Go get you all one of them baby plates with all the compartments in it.
Oh, okay.
It don't even have to, just one of them trays, them old school trays for the.
And the food's got to fit in the compartment. Or you overdoing it.
That's it. Eat your.
Go get your baby plate, Mike.
Help so many people
Yeah.
doing that right there.
Portion control.
Because they literally saw it, and they would have to assume you have to get up, go get you some more on there, and it was a willpower things like, man, I'm not gonna keep doing this to myself to go fill this little thing up every time and make it myself versus being able to clump down a whole bunch of them yams on there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But go get you a plate with some sections on it for the year.
And to your point, Elder Alf, we're all going to, unless you really are, and there people exist out there, I don't mean it's derogatory, but health nuts, so to speak. But the average person is going to put some junk in their body sometime. Yeah. I think the issue is that none of us really practice moderation. And when you see people at the family reunion, at the church picnic or whatever, and that sucker is piled up like a comic book.
Plate about to break.
Like, how are you
That
even
plate is-
eating this?
Listen,
Like, where do you even start? And we've just gotten
most of them gotta start at the top.
at the top, right?
Speak to that mountain.
And we went through this super. Speaking to this mountain of chicken. And then we went to the supersized era, which is funny because they don't call it that anymore, but it is.
That's what it is.
It
That's
very
the
much
norm
is.
now.
And
It's the
sometimes you
norm.
go to Wendy's or Chick-fil-A. Do you want that lemonade in a medium?
Right.
And you say, yeah.
They don't even have
And a
small
medium-
on the menus anymore.
Medium is like a big gulp.
Yeah.
44 ounces.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes. And so my whole thing is, it would be safe to say that all of us would be a lot better off if we just practiced moderation.
That's it.
Starting there.
Yeah, I mean, because think about it. You eat when you're bored. You're not really hungry.
Oh, yeah.
You just bored, so you start eating.
And you got so used to eating in front of the TV.
Right.
Right.
We got so used to having something in the cup holder, having something in the just a little something. Got to be, can't even drive. Come on, how many times? I know I do when I make my long drives. Where's the next sheets at? Where's the next? Let me get that trail mix. Let me get that. You know what I mean? Let me get some M&Ms and a pet. And there's always something unhealthy again because nobody's buying kale. That's the theme for the day. The gas stations don't even sell it.
You eat something on your nerves.
But just to keep you going, something for your nerves. And it's so funny because the Saints, we talk about you don't need the smoke to calm your nerves. You don't need that weed, but you need that chicken.
You eat. You eat.
You need that, and I need that Pepsi.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, when I'm bored, stressed, and I know it because I say it to my kids.
Yeah.
If you're thirsty, drink some water.
Drink some water.
But when I get thirsty,
Get you a
Cracking
Pepsi.
that
I get a frappuccino. You know what I mean?
Hey, my deal was A&W.
Oh,
That's
wow.
it.
yeah, that'll do it.
Back when A&W used to be around on the east side.
Lose him.
Come on.
I get an A&W.
In a
man.
second.
Ice cream.
I mean,
But so I tried the minis for a while, and I would just drink 3 of them joints. I would just,
no, I mean, the whole thing would be gone.
moderation goes a long way.
Yeah.
And like you said, portion control, minding. I mean, hey, if I got to go to McDonald's and I literally know I'm not going to eat the rest, I'm going to get me a fry. I'm not going to do the whole 12, 13, 14 piece nugget and the Big Mac. And okay, I'll get that. This is unhealthy enough all by itself, but I'm at least try to limit how much.
Yeah.
And it sounds small, but just like any other person trying to break, any habit, like a drug or alcohol, anything.
It is.
It's a step by step by step by step daily. And we think it's funny. You said day to day. Day to day.
Right.
The average addict who is working on not being an addict counts their soberness by days.
Yeah.
That's it.
They count their soberness by days. If I'm sober for 10 days, I get a 10-day coin. I get a 20-day coin. I get a 30-day coin. I get a 6-month coin. And we kind of laugh at that. And it's easy to junkies and addicts and all that. But the fact of the matter is, this thing has us as locked in.
Yeah.
It's the greatest addiction in America.
Sugar.
In America.
So all that.
Food.
Sugar's the devil.
Food is the greatest
know that.
addiction
Got me.
in America. And they're treating it, the reason, and I'm going to get a little bit of political with you. But the reason they're not treating it is because it makes the most money.
Yes.
Healthcare
Because
system.
see how it spawns medical. It funds that.
Yes, yes.
It funds grants.
Right.
It funds. Listen,
Keeps the customers coming.
everybody. You got health clinic. You got clinics that are in the lower income areas. All of it. They, like I said before, your food is distributed by area code.
Yeah.
Right.
I learned,
Right.
I learned that probably 25, 30 years ago. And you can see it. You can go. Shady's have a much different menu of snacks
Oh, brother.
than they do.
That
out
bacon
in
is from
Bristol.
the 80s. That bacon is from the 80s.
You understand? Like, just, so when you're looking at taking care of yourself, like I was telling Brother Mike, the thing, and I know the plan for me. So March, I got to go over. Excuse me, I'm gonna get down probably another 25.
Okay.
By there because I want to live different.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but I know how to do it, and so like I told him, I'm done now till 12:30 tomorrow.
Wow.
I'm drink some water.
Wow.
I'm some apple cider vinegar before I go to sleep. Help my digestion while I'm sleeping. But I'm done eating because my body needs to rest. It needs to sleep well.
Right.
And so I can say anything, let me do something for us men. We have to take our health. And I mean, the ladies, they got it, but as a male, black male, you have to take your health a little bit different.
And just shouting a lot in church ain't exercising.
Right.
No.
I mean, it helps. I mean, you should get a little bit, but
Them Giorgio Boutinis
Right.
gonna let you get
they ain't gonna let you get it.
Two things.
Jeff said,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Jeff into-
Jeff said you can't convince him that Skinny Luther didn't sound as good as Fat Luther. I don't know, bro. He said, contrary to popular opinion, right there above Glenn, Luther sounded just as good skinny as fat. Debate me. Nah, he sounded the best when he had that Jerry curl.
that Jerry curl the whole time.
Listen,
what-
the
that's
little
what
one.
we need.
That was never quite straight. It was always a little.
Yeah, like it didn't ran into his chin. That thing slammed into his chin.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Sugar is a drug.
Coach Mike?
Yeah, two things that I know have helped me. Number one is because I've lived in like 8 states in about 15 years when I left from here. I never had a primary doctor, and every 2 to 3 years I would move because of school, work, whatever it was.
Well, I still got Dr.
And
Vlad. He's my doctor.
You still got
Wow.
yeah.
Dr. Vlad. Grandfather there.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, my godbrother, he found a physician, and I've had, Indian doctors, white doctors. So this is my first time ever having a black physician, a black male physician. And of course, it's not saying another culture is not able to, but there's definitely
Relativity there. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. I felt like I was seen, that he understood, and certain struggles and whatever. So that helped me. And then the second thing is, even since the top of the year, one of my brothers out in New Jersey, he and we just started doing something simple. We do 50 push-ups a day, and we text each other done.
Yeah.
Just for accountability. Yeah. Now I go to the gym and he does his own programming, but that level of accountability still just makes it like, and we're both competitive. So that's also driving our, my growth as well. So
I got something for you. And this goes on into the mental part of what we do, working with young people, working with families, and folks, the young guys, they'll say, Coach Burch, man, you working out? Yeah, work out, 3 to 4 times a week. And I do it because you still have that area of competitiveness in your brain. So, and when it's not taken care of, it can lash out in different other ways, mentally, emotionally. Patience and all of that. It keeps your mental capacity, keeps you functioning properly.
Yeah.
Dealing with stress and ignorance. You're dealing with high level ignorance. You need a high level of patience and awareness.
Bruh. Yeah.
And so you what does that is, my area, some folks, You know, they run, they do mine. You know, we go. You know, we weight train, and I do it more if it just takes me 20 minutes, 15 minutes to do something. It puts me in a better mental state that I can go love my wife better.
Man.
I can go hug my son.
Bruh.
I can deal with the situation in my family and the church and business or whoever. I can deal with it better because, again, I put myself, again, at the optimum output because I deposited something again in me.
I concur, and not just because, you know, it's sunnier and all that, but when I have the spring, summer, fall, and I'm able to do my walks around the church several times a week, which I could easily get up to 1.5 miles. Sometimes wearing my casual shoes, you know what I mean? Which I know at this age is unhealthy. I need to get me some orthopedic steppers going on. You know, with them bad West Side sidewalks. And that, call my councilwoman. She working on it, to her credit. But what I'm saying is, I'm much better when I'm able to walk by as he pops out, you know what I mean? I'm able to make my little rounds. And just being out in the sun.
Absolutely.
Listen, you wait till I leave. But just to be in the sun and the warmth and to have your legs moving, to be going, the freedom of it, it just makes such a difference in my day when I'm able to take that time, that 45 minutes to myself. Now, treadmills don't do the same for me. You know, I need to be out in nature, you know.
I would run or walk to work when I lived in Honolulu. It's beautiful outside.
I bet.
And you know, and honestly, it was less beneficial to even get in a car or whatever, just because of traffic. But the amount of energy that you get from being out in the daylight, in the sun, and things of that nature, like it really does have a
30,000 lux.
Makes a difference.
30,000.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you 30,000. They got machines now. You can. Well, they had them before. You used to be able to sit in front of them.
Right.
And so, but it helps you with.
They ain't one like the Michael Jackson machines, like them chambers or something.
Because it helps
Him
you
and
your vitamin D.
Right.
Levels.
Right.
Yeah, but you need that. And it comes out the sun. I mean, we folks from the sun, man.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
we're meant for the sun.
And it seriously fights depression.
Yeah.
Without, I mean, it does something with the dopamine in your brain.
Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah.
It helps. That's why the darkness of this season is so difficult on all of us. Quick couple shout outs before we get out of here. Pastor Pierre, great to have you on, one of our pastors. Karen, we know he looks good to you. We know, we get it. He looks good to you. He works out. He's fine. He's your chocolate drop. All that. Get a room.
Loose your hold, he said.
We love y'all. All right? You see, Shamika ain't on here talking about me. I mean, I guess I'm just Spaghetti Noodle Johnson over here. K-Wan, my man, love you, bro. Happy New Year to you. I think I saw Pastor Les McIntosh jumping in. Love your bones, Pastor Mac. Appreciate we had Dr. Wingfield in the room. And so we appreciate it. Want to ask one last question on behalf of, we know that's your man.
That's my man.
That's my man. Scott had a question. One of our resident regulars, he said, is Ozempic, it's right up here a little bit more,
That's awesome.
a legitimate move towards becoming healthy? Now, I would imagine your answer might be, depending on its purpose and your own commitment to your health, it could play a part. But I would gather you would say it's not a shortcut or a cheat code.
It has its own burden. And I've studied some things about it. I'll give you something from a mental standpoint. They are now treating folks at the University Hospital and Cleveland Clinic that were on Ozempic and lost a number, but just because of mentally what it did, folks with skin issues because they lost so fast, the body didn't look like they thought it was, the imagery of that. So one of the fastest growing they're growing together. The wheat and the tear.
It's coming together. Yeah.
The mental issues that are going on with the Ozempic takers.
Yes.
And because when it blocks so much, you have to get off of it. It's not blocked anymore.
Yeah.
And so that's.
And I'm hearing sexual function
Yes.
is
have
being
a lot of that.
affected.
Yeah.
You got
So
some,
I just be fat.
hey, it's a lot better. Hey, go get you some Hokas. Go get you some.
Listen.
Go get you
Listen.
some Air Max.
Go be the heavyweight lover.
Yeah, go buy you some. Go buy you some good tennis shoes, man.
Yeah.
Just get them. Go to the mall and walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, before you go in the store, take 30 minutes and just walk around the mall. Hit every corner and see what it do for your life. I used to tell
Yeah.
my
A
clients
lot of
all
them
the
have the
time.
markers around, let
Yeah,
you know
just-
what you made some progress. Southern
hit
Park
them
is like
corners.
that.
Hit them
Yeah,
corners.
yeah. We love it. We appreciate the conversation. We've come up on our time, but Elder Al, fit preacher, Pastor Burch, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate you being with us. You're a regular, stranger. We don't ask you to stand and give your name and church home no more when you come to Sunday night service because we know, When I go to St. James, I ain't a guest no more. I just slide up
You
in
only
there.
visited one time.
They only visited one
After
time.
that, you're part of the family.
After that, you're part of everybody is somebody here. But we appreciate all you guys watching, commenting, joking with us. This is what it's all about. And to our sister Mo, our resident co-host, she wants to make sure that we celebrate both Elder Alfie and our own Pastor Jeff, who are 2026 inductees in the Trumbull County African American Achievers Association Hall of Fame. My brother, congratulations. You have achieved the dream. And we're grateful Pastor Jeff is another honoree. This is going to be a very special time because I get to be the speaker.
Come on.
My daughter is up for a scholarship. I mean, it's a family affair. If y'all don't get tickets to this, you just don't love none of us.
I cannot wait till when you start talking, I'm going to go off like that lady did. I'm going to hold that note. I'm going to hold that note. We're going to create a whole new meme. Yes,
I love it.
ready.
I love it. Hey,
Yeah, they just going to look at us.
I'm going to have Elder Mike in the corner with an organ. We going to church. We going to church. But we appreciate the insight, the conversation. Thank you, Coach Mike, for being our resident fill-in for Pastor
heard that,
Jeff.
Mo?
I know he appreciates it. We got to have a male and female version, And for all of you for making it what it is. And, of course, to the man, the myth, the legend, Big Mike, who is making things go, making things run, making sure you can hear and see us well. He does a phenomenal job at Second and with the Religiously Incorrect podcast.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Any last thoughts, Big Mike?
No, not at all, man. Real quick. Thanks, Alfie, for coming on, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
I'm going to be transparent here real quick. My numbers, last time I went to the doctors about 6 months ago, my numbers are on the low end of being high, So I'm looking for a way to control that before it gets too far out because I don't want to take medication.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To bring everything down. So I really appreciate this conversation, man. I appreciate your insight. I'll be talking to you, bro.
Oh, man. It start tomorrow.
Start it. Do one
Start
thing.
tomorrow.
Do one thing. Coach Mike?
I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for the wisdom, the knowledge. Being able to break that out, the small plate. From myself, from my family, it's some tangible things that I could pass along to people, and I believe that's one of the key things is that when you learn something, you need to pass it on, especially to your loved ones, because ain't no sense in hooping and hollering over a casket if you had the opportunity to be able to, give them some life while they still here.
I feel it. And Elder Alf, any last words?
Well, listen, again, I appreciate the invite. Love coming on with the brothers and, seeing the scorn of Mariah on there. She's tough. But yes, I appreciate it. Anytime we have a chance to deposit in the community, definitely want to do it. So I was always available. Folks, they see me out, I ain't shy about talking. It was just a blessing to be here.
And my final thought, it is a little off the subject, but it just reminds me of the relationship we have, in the kingdom as well as, in our community. Elder Alf sent me a picture a while back of our boys when they were in their first little basketball league together. And I mean, it was Elias, little Asa, little Maddie,
Yeah.
you know, little Elijah,
Yeah.
you know, all of us raising our kids together, watching them get grown, becoming fine young men. I applaud you on the children that you're raising, because that makes a big part. They are healthy as well. All of our young people have challenges, have to find their way in the world, but I love seeing, you know, how you're making it do, an example to many of us, and I just appreciate the relationship more than anything, you know, because that's something that you carry through with life. Like, we could say we've been around each other for a hot minute. We've been knowing each other, watching each other grow into these roles, you know, had them preach for us at the church in the past when I was back in Agape, and we've watched that growth. And so we're grateful for it and praying continued blessings on you and the family. You stay healthy and trust and believe. Elder Alf gonna be in that parking lot in the morning, making sure y'all keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Pull up and get out. Pull all the way up.
Come on, get up
Pull
there.
all the way up and get out
Y'all
the
don't
car.
want to have to deal with the po-po.
We
over
don't
there.
need these problems.
Yeah.
We don't need these problems. But thank y'all for watching. As always, be sure to continue to check us out, Religiously Incorrect, on your favorite podcast platforms, Apple Music, Spotify. You can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts, YouTube, as well as Facebook. Like and share all of our platform pages. And we'll see you same bat time, same bat channel, Religiously Incorrect, Sunday night service.
Peace, y'all.
Peace out.
Peace.